Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we are going to learn how you can create a portal VFX with Unreal Niagara particle system. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's go to the content drawer and here we're going to select the Niagara system and we'll select an empty template, create, and let's rename this ns underscore portal. I'll open this up right over here. So this is the empty template, and in the emitter update we're going to add the spawn rate first. So the spawn rate, let us add maybe like 2500. Now let's go to the particle spawn. Inside the initialize spawn, let us set the random lifetime maybe from 0.5 to 2. Seems fine. Now the color mode will set it at the end. Let's set the sprite size mode. We'll select random non-uniform, and over here let us set this to 1 to 5 and 1 to 5 as well. Alright, it should look somewhat like this. Okay, now let us go ahead and add in the particle spawn, let us add shape location. Now the shape that we are looking for is a torus shape. So over here, instead of sphere, we're going to use torus shape, and this is the shape. Let us set the radius over here. The handle radius, we actually want something like 5, and over here in the rotation we're going to select the axis angle, and we are going to rotate it in the x-axis. We're going to put 1 over here and then 0. Alright, then next we're going to add vortex force. So select the vortex force, click on fix issue. Alright, now this vortex force, let us set this to like 500. Set the angle axis over here in the x-axis, set this to 0. Alright, I think this is it over here. Now in the apply initial forces with automatically adds up when you add vortex force, seems fine. Now let's go inside the particle update, and over here we're going to add scale sprite size. So in the scale sprite size, let us quickly open this up in the curve editor. Let me reverse this, and over here I'm going to scale this to maybe like 2.5. Alright, select all of them, and we're just going to smoothen this curve. Seems fine. Let us now add over here in the particle update solve forces and velocity. Should look something like this. And now inside the sprite renderer, here we are going to add the alignment over here. So set this to velocity aligned, and there you go, it should look something like this. Alright, so now we can play with the scale over here. So in the spawn rate, let us increase to like 5000. Alright, and let's go inside the initialize. Over here we can increase the scale over here as well, and it should look something like this. Okay, now let us go ahead in the color mode inside the initialize spawn. Let us set it to random range. So color 1 and color 2, the min and max color, let us let the user decide this. So we're going to create a blueprint now where we're going to create a portal effect. So this was the portal VFX, and we're going to add a portal effect inside of this where you will be able to see the another world. Okay, and this as well, let us let the user decide. So a new parameter actually. Alright, save this, and we can just play with the other values. Maybe if you want, you can increase this maybe like 20. Seems fine. and actually you can also decrease the handle radius. So maybe if I set this to 1, you'll see we have the perfect circle over here, and from here you can just decrease the radius of this. So I'll just set this to like 70, seems fine to me. And over here you can increase the sprite, or you can just change the sprite from here if needed. And the scale, I'm just going to set this to 3, or it's a little bit more, maybe 2 seems fine. Alright, looks nice. Okay, now we'll jump inside the blueprints. Alright, let's create a normal actor blueprint. We'll call this VB_portal effect. Let's open this up. Over here, let us add our Niagara particle system, ns_portal effect. Let us add over here ns_portal. There you go. Alright, so over here we can add the color. From here we can set the minimum color and the maximum color. Just add yellow and orange right over here. If you want the color to be more emissive, so what you can do is right over here you can actually increase the emissiveness from here. So I want more emissive in the red channel, so I just add up the values over here. So maybe I can put this to 5. You'll find that over here it is more brighter. So there you go, just like this, it is more emissive. You can test it out by just increasing it more. You'll find this is more emissive. Alright, so I just put this to 5. Seems nice. Okay, so now here we're going to add a static mesh in which we are going to add a material from which you will see a different world, right? That is what this portal effect will do. So let us add a cylinder. Let's just click over here, just put 90 over here, and let's scale this. Scale this minimum, and we just increase the scale on this side. Something like this seems fine. Alright, so now let us create a new material. So let's go back in the materials. Let's create a new material. We'll call this as mat_portal effect. Let's open this up. Now this material, for this we are going to select unlit, and we're going to add a texture sample. So here which texture do we select? So we're going to create a render texture for that. So what is this render texture? So what do we actually want is inside, let me just place this right over here. So we actually want that the material that we apply over here, we want that material to show a different world which is not over here. So let us actually go to the different world first. So I'm just going to select a normal third person template map. You can select any other map. So actually in the maps over here, just gonna save this. So here we have the default third person template map. Over here to actually we're going to capture the environment. So how can we actually capture? We're going to use over here cube capture, scene capture cube. I'm going to drag and drop right over here. And what does this camera does? So this camera, which is a scene capture, this will capture the entire scene in a cube map. Okay, so over here in the settings, in the details, you will find a texture target. So we're going to need a render texture target. So as the name suggests, this is a scene capture. So when it is capturing, it needs to store it somewhere. It will be storing it in the in a target, in a render texture target. So we're going to create a cube render target. So let us create right over here. So let us rename this portal effect underscore RT, stands for render texture. Okay, so now right away, if you just open this up, and let me just place it somewhere over here, you will find that we have a texture over here which is actually moving. You will see the clouds are moving right around, and it is actually in a form of a cube map. If you zoom in and if you find the details, you will find some borders as well. Okay, so let me just quickly zoom out and let me show the details from here. So over here you will find, so if you just move this, you will find it is moving in the texture as well, right? So now, because over here we have selected capture every frame, so if I just turn this to false, you will find that the clouds are no longer moving. Here we have the option on capture on movement, so that means whenever we move it will get updated, right? So if I set this to every frame, so every frame it is capturing, and at what resolution it is capturing, it is actually set it right over here. Over here, texture render target, we have the size X to 256. So if I increase this to 1024, you will find that it is much more clear right over here. You'll find the details more clear, but at the same time it will cost us the performance if you want to use it in the real time, right? So yeah, that is what you need to make sure to select. So I will select like resolution to 512, which is fine. And over here we have the render mode, which is, you can either select any one of these. In the capture source, we have different types of scene colors we can select from. We want just the mask, so in the red, just the RGB, or so you can just select any other color space that you want. So I'm just going to select the final color right over here, so just the HDR, that is fine. So yeah, this is the borders which I was actually telling before. You'll find this dark borders over here, so it is actually stitching all of them in form of a cube map. So if you see over here, you have like a cube going around, so that hence it is called as a cube map. Over here you will find it is a cube map. So yeah, it is times 6 as well, because it has 6 sides. Okay, again over here you can select any other scene color over here where the seams of the cube is not visible. Okay, so now that we have got the render texture, I'm going to save this and I'm just going to stop both of this. Alright, so if I go back inside my folder, over here you'll find we have this saved. Okay, so now we no longer need this map. Let's head back to our map. So the levels, in the default level, let us add the material inside effect. So inside this over here, let us add our texture, or you can just directly drag and drop from here itself. All right, just going to put this over here, and to actually visualize to give the portal kind of effect, we're going to need a reflection vector. I'm going to put in the UV, you find somewhat like this, and over here we just add a parameter, scalar parameter to 0 to flatten this up, to just have a look at this in one axis itself. All right, so let's save this and let's go back and add a material over here. So matte underscore portal effect, like this, and let us actually increase the scale of this portal effect. So right over here inside the shape, let us increase the large radius to like 150 or something. Let's go back over here and we can increase the scale of the cylinder, and there you go. Just going to compile, save, close this, and yep, we have a portal effect over here, and then you can just scale it however you want over here. So I have placed the portal right over there. Let me spawn my character and you'll find that the portal effect is working. And let me just get closer, and there you go, it's looking really nice. You have the portal effect of the different map inside through here. So yeah, let me know what other tutorials would you like to see in the future tutorial, which will be coming soon. I will be creating for map transitions or level transition. So currently I'm in this game animation sample map. If I want to transition through the portal to a different map, how can we do that? And also I'm going to cover how can you use a persistent level persistent in Unreal Engine 5, so that you can load and unload the levels through the portal as well. So yeah, let me know what other things would you like me to cover in Unreal Engine. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this tutorial and stay tuned for more.